Sometimes we face the problem of a corruption of a operating system, and most common use case is that we install the operating system again from scratch. We take our time to install all of the dependencies and the packages and the respective app that we are using before, or that apps that is related to our work environment. So every operating system that is installed into the machine always have a recoverable file. That is any of the operating system that is installed in the machine is in the type of a ISO file. So ISO file, there is another file which is recoverable of that ISO file. So we can get access to that file in our BIOS of the machine, where there we can select the exact one of the ISO that we are using in our system. By default, it automatically select the default one. If we have the multiple, we can set the default setting which to pick uh, which file. So if we, most of the cases we have the single ISO file, we have the single operating system in our a single machine. So in that case, as we know, whenever the operating system has been corrupted, we can't get access to execute it. So in the BIOS setting, we can catch it up before running into the boot manager. So in the boot manager, we can select the operating system ISO. So we can get access to the terminal in the BIOS, where in the different systems we have the different hotkeys. You can find the hotkeys respective to your system in the searching of a Google query, as well using of a platform. So whenever you will access to the terminal, in direct access of the terminal, you will have to enter your login credentials of that user which is using that operating system that is installed. So if you know the password and the username, you will easily go access to that terminal. Instead of that, if you don't know the password or the username, you can go to the advanced option and select the recovery file of that ISO. In the recovery file, you will have the multiple options by using the GUI. So in using the GUI, most of the cases we have the root file which give us access to the terminal without log in into the credentials. There you can also find out the username that is stored into your directory where your system or operating system has. So instead of that, there we can use the commands to recover up the default operating system. Actually, in the ISO, whenever we are going to select the ISO, we mount and unmount with the different commands as respective to the different operating systems ISO. You can find the commands in the Google search or the A platform. Use that commands. Actually, you will do what? You will recover up the file with the command, and then you will tell your boot manager to pick up the latest one, which you have recovered recently. Select that one. As in my case, if I tell you I am using MacBook Pro, and here I have installed Ubuntu ISO 110 and generic one. So there is a update 136, but I am using the 110 that is more stable. So I use that recovery file. In the boot manager, you can configure out the setting to pick the default one into the boot manager. So in the Mac OS, we have the GRUB. I have told the GRUB to pick up the latest recovery file that I have recovered and mounted now. After that, whenever you reboot the system, it will automatically pick up that boot that you have told your boot manager to pick up, and now you will have access to the latest recovery of your system, and which will be working perfectly fine, as it will be loading the operating system and operating system will be executing as it was before executing whenever you left it before the corruption of that state. Thank you.